Masar Godolphin was born in September 2016, when His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, decided to give a select group of young UAE nationals the chance of a lifetime to travel to the UK and Ireland and immerse themselves in the exciting world of horse racing. First though, it's time to introduce them, starting with the 5 girls. Fatima will be on placement at the studs, while former UAE international high jumper Alia will be based at the Godolphin offices, along with keen show jumper Khaloud. That leaves conservationist and experienced rider Noor to head to the pre-training yard, along with student Lamia, who has put her university course on hold to join the programme. The 4 boys are all aged between 21 and 24 and have a variety of equestrian experience. Mohammed and Sultan have endurance backgrounds, while Abdulaziz has already experienced success as an owner. That leaves Ali, who will attempt to switch his show jumping skills for race riding ones. We'll be alongside to see how they get on. Newmarket's picturesque July course and the first day of a 3-day meeting. It's a quiet afternoon for Godolphin, but starts well when Saeed bin Sarour's Maidan Carnival graduate racing country wins his maiden. Charlie Appleby runs just one, on the warpath making his debut for the stable. Mohammed is on hand to keep a close eye on what's going on.
Guys, I'll introduce you to Diego. This is Diego. He's a good rider. He's from Brazil. Yesterday they won 2-0 in the FIFA World Cup. He's happy. He's happy. Diego, if he wins, dinner's on me. Okay?
Once on the warpath has been saddled, there's nothing more for Mohammed to do other than wait it out in the parade ring with the rest of the Godolphin travelling team.
Hey William, how are you? Good to see you too. Yeah, everything's great.
Then comes on the warpath, then comes Aces.
Come on.
To run.
He's going back. Oh, shit.
Yeah. On the far side, Seafox comes again. Here comes Aces with a good-looking run. On the warpath, can't get through. Saluti stays on.
It's not to be for On the Warpath, who battles home in 5th. He'll have another day, but it's another reminder for Mohammed that racing has more lows than highs. We're back at the pre-training yard, this time to grab a word with Lamia. Now, she's the youngest on the course, but she's really enthusiastic and keen to get involved, which is a good thing because I think one of today's jobs is going to be cleaning out this pool. It's pretty big, it's pretty deep. I don't think it's going to be too much fun. Midway through an architecture degree, Lamia has put her education on hold in order to join the programme. It's something of a risk, but she's confident she made the right decision.
I started riding horses when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
And I found out that I really like being around horses. It takes all the stress away from me when I'm with them. And when I found out about this program, I was really excited to be part of it. So I decided to register for this program and I'm here.
Well, you must miss your family and...
Of course, I do miss my family, but now I feel I have a second family here. I really love the team.
What did your parents say when you told them that you wanted to take a year off university and come to England and learn about horses?
They actually encouraged me a lot. I was surprised because I was scared at the beginning if it would be a good idea to stop studying and then or not. And they were like, yes, it is. Opportunities don't come every day. So they encouraged me a lot.
The rather mundane job of pool cleaning awaits after Supervisor Mark shows her how to test the chemical levels.
Just put a tiny bit amount in this one.
Less than the line? What?
That's it, that's fine.
Fine. I was just testing the swimming pool water with Mark. We tested the alkaline, the chlorine and the pH of the water to make sure everything is in range and to check if there is anything pH out of range to put substances to fix the range.
It's early on a Wednesday morning and we've come along to Saeed bin Saroor's yard in time for first lot. And the reason we're here is to catch up with Alia, who's here on work placement. She's here for 3 weeks, but this is week 1 of it. So we've come along to find out exactly what she's been up to so far.
First lot, so we make sure his legs are good.
Barn manager Neil takes Alia along on his morning check of the 2-year-olds. It's an important part of the day, as any missed problems could result in injury to the horse later down the line.
Yeah, no lumps and bumps.
As a former athlete herself, Alia knows the strains of exercise better than most. Alia, this is something you've done before, or have you just learned this week?
Well, we've learnt about it before, but I've been practicing it more and kind of learning more about it this week, yeah, so.
It kind of matters more here.
Yeah, definitely.
With plenty of highly trained and experienced staff on hand, it can be tricky for the trainees at Godolphin yards to have enough to do. Alia is just 3 days into the placement and is hopeful that she'll be trusted with more responsibility later down the line.
So that's basically what we've been doing every morning, checking the horses, going out with the first, second and third lot with Saeed.
Okay.
Also, I go and help the horses that are swimming, the swimming pool, yeah. So I think it's just the longer you're in the place, the longer they trust in you.
Yeah.
And
Much of the skills the trainees learn came from their initial stint at the British Racing School. Alia, in particular, has taken on board much of the science.
we learnt a lot there. Just how to handle horses, take care of them, like bandages. We learnt a lot about the veterinary side of it as well.
Okay.
Like we dissected a leg.
Oh, what was that like?
Yeah, it was a bit weird, but yeah. At first I was a bit like, no.
Yeah.
But then when you get into it and you see there's like how fragile their legs are, it's amazing.
One of those skills is bandaging ahead of exercise, which Neil is happy to let Alia carry on with.
I'm just doing this because he's gonna go to Warren Hill, so just for his exercise.
What's the main, is it just for support or what's the main purpose of it?
Support, and if they brush their legs, isn't it? Stop them getting sores or anything.
On the way out for first lot, Alia is keen to catch a glimpse of Dubai World Cup winner Thunder Snow.
We just pass by and admire.
Yeah. Out on Godolphin's private Chippenham Gallops, it seems a good time to catch up with the boss. Godolphin's original trainer Saeed bin Saroor knows a thing or two about training people too, and he's a role model for the Masar students.
Because you know the horse racing in Emirates, it is there for a long time, for generations. But there used to be only in UAE. You know, they don't go out. I mean, but now this is the program for Masar, and Mr. Ali with his team, they do a great job to send them to England, to different countries to learn more. And this is the, we can say, the capital city for horse racing, England. Then they came here, they learned so many about the horse racing. That means send them to the Darley, they see the foals, they see the breeding, they see the horses training in the morning, and they see how the horses, how many the steps they do before they go and run. They take them a long time, but they learn really a lot. They take so many ideas.
Eager to find out more, law graduate Alia takes over the interviewing role and has plenty of questions for Saeed.
So do you just see the horses progress like through the training and then gauge if they need to go from Tabita to turf?
Yeah, that's true. You know, and you know, give the horses enough time and to see them they are ready to run or not from the way they work. I mean, like what you saw today, 2 jockeys they came, you know, in the morning to work with the horses, and they give us more idea.
So it's really important for you to talk to the jockeys after.
Yes, I mean, we have our work riders, and they are professional. Most of them they are ex-jockeys, but we also use the jockeys already now in business. They're famous jockeys. They came here like Ocean Murphy, We have also Karen Fallon here. We have different jockeys here, and we use them in the morning. They came and they give us their idea. And at the same time, some of them we give them to ride the same horse they ride in the morning. Means they know the horses really well.
Back at the yard, the team are keen to involve Alia in a spot of morning swimming.
So what's the main point of the swimming?
Well, the swimming helps the horses build muscle. It's a different type of exercise for them. So some horses do it every day, and depending on how much they need, some horses will do 4 laps, some will do 6, some will do more. So just depends on the horse, really.
I was surprised how many that horse did that you were with just now.
Yeah, 6 laps. Yeah, they do get a bit tired, but they can do it. Yeah, strong animals.
And your role, obviously, you're just there to make sure nothing goes wrong.
Nothing goes wrong,
encourage
yeah.
the horse.
Leave them in the centre so they don't bang the legs on the walls.
Right.
Don't injure themselves. So yeah.
Look at her, she's gorgeous. Hello. Hello.
Alia loves all animals and is missing her 3 dogs who are back in Dubai. She's found a temporary replacement at Godolphin, however, as Stephen has brought his whippet puppy along for the day.
If she goes missing, you know where she is. Okay.
Midway through their time in Newmarket, there's a chance to visit somewhere very special indeed. Royal Ascot is the highlight of the year for racing aficionados. 5 days of pomp, pageantry and the very best thoroughbreds battling it out over the Berkshire turf. For the trainees, it's unlike anything they've experienced before.
Everything's been more than what I expected it to be. The atmosphere is amazing, great races, great people, so it's great.
Me, as being a beginner in the thoroughbred industry and coming over here, it is wonderful, to be honest. I'm speechless to start at, yeah.
And the atmosphere, the top hats, the clothing, everything looks professional. So it is the best race probably in the world.
It's amazing. It's really good. I mean, the atmosphere and the races, it's great. I mean, it's great quality of races and it's nice to see.
And Noor, we were lucky enough to have a big Godolphin winner yesterday. Was that a highlight for you?
Yeah, that was amazing to see Blue Point run. He really came a long way. It was really good.
It's set to be the hottest day of the year so far in Newmarket, and Derby-winning trainer John Gosden has his string out early to beat the heat. Business management graduate Abdulaziz, based with the former champion trainer for 3 weeks, is out on Warren Hill too, keen to quiz John about one of his latest stable stars, the Group 2 Coventry Stakes winner, Calix.
Trying to give him a period of 2 to 3 weeks, gentle.
Okay.
Let him build and strengthen, because his race isn't until August the 18th in
Okay.
Deauville. It's a Group 1 called the Prix-Mornay, and that is what I'm waiting for with him. He's won a Group 2, so there's no point in really going to the July meeting or to Goodwood. There are 2 races, the July and the Richmond. They're both Group 2s. He carries the penalty. He's a horse that you want to try and run in August and then have him right for the end of the year.
Okay.
And the big Dubai-sponsored Dewhurst Stakes would have to be a big target for him at Newmarket.
So will that be a step up in trip and a mile?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go from 6 to 7. But that's really what we're trying to do now
Okay.
with him. And I think if you keep racing through the summer, what will you have in the autumn, you know?
Yeah.
It's the first year that John has had a Masar trainee based with him, and he gave us his views on the programme.
I think it's a great creation, obviously with the flying start done here to complement it with Masar is a great idea, and it's working very well, and it's been a pleasure having Aziz with us. He's very bright and on the ball and asks all the right questions, and from that point of view it's only good for the future. And I think the more young people get involved and interested in racing, it is a global sport, and it's right that His Highness Sheikh Mohammed has helped the young in all dominions, be it Australia, America, Japan, obviously the UAE, England, Ireland, France. So it's a great concept, and we like the name.
Mr. Gosden rushes off, so we grab a chance for a proper chat with Aziz, who has a long involvement with racing and already owns horses back in Dubai. So what have you been up to with John Gosden? What an amazing placement.
It's an amazing experience. Every day we start off at 5. So at 5 I'm at the stables. We check the list for the horses that are gonna gallop today. And we pull off at 5:30, go at the trotting ring, check out if all the horses are sound and okay. And then we come here at Warren Hill. Some will gallop once, some will canter twice, and some will go on Long Hill. And those are for the horses that are a bit set back, needs a bit more time. So we'll do that for 3 lots every day in the mornings. And then for the evening stables, we'll come back, and for any horse that the jockey had any sort of feedback or the horse didn't feel right with him, so we'll check on the horses in the evenings. So yeah, that's quite it for us.
And John's been champion trainer, he's trained Derby winners, he's done everything. You must be able to learn so much from him.
Yeah, I mean, every day I learn something new. It's been amazing so far, and very happy to be with him.
We should talk a bit about your background though, because you've got really good racing knowledge. You're actually an owner already in Dubai.
Yes, last season was my first season as an owner, and I've been breeding horses as well, a couple of years now, mostly Arabians. It's been an amazing experience, and I wish to continue even further in the industry.
The trainees are now coming to the end of their first week out on placement, but there's still one we haven't seen. Sultan, who has a lifetime of experience with endurance racing, is attempting to switch codes, with the help of Royal Ascot winning trainer and former Godolphin racing manager, Simon Crisford.
You know, he might run next Saturday, but ground looks like it's going to be very quick at Ascot. Finished 4th in the Queen Anne, ran extremely well. And he won the Diamond Stakes at Epsom.
So what ground is he running on?
Well, he prefers soft ground is ideal for him. So obviously at the moment it's difficult. He does go on quick ground, but his best chance is on soft ground because A, he comes out of the race much better, and secondly it slows down the others, you know, so it gives him a better opportunity.
Well, I've been working around with the feed and with the horses all around, watching them how, like, on the training side and everything. Actually, I've been everywhere in the yard with Simon, taught me everything. And I've enjoyed working with Simon here and with the people who works here. They're wonderful people surrounded in this yard, and whenever I come in the morning or the evening time, I feel like I'm getting some positive energy from people around me here. And everyone around wants me to learn more about horses, and they learn some from me in the endurance a bit.
Yeah, let's talk about that, because you've been around horses your whole life. When did you start out in endurance?
Well, we grew up with the endurance horses, me, my brothers, my family, and most of them are doing endurance, training endurance horses or riding. I wanted to be a bit different, doing the flat race industry. It's more classic and vintage sport. The thing is, I get bored fast, so the endurance races takes like 6 to 7 hours a day. So the flat race, you go to the races 2 minutes, watch your horse race, win or not. So it's more like, I feel it's my type of a horse industry.
A happy byproduct of the original Masar intake is that several of the graduates are now racehorse owners, including Abdulaziz and Ibrahim, who have our mortgages with Simon, who gives us the latest.
He ran 3rd last night at Epsom. The interesting thing about this horse is that, you know, Epsom is a really difficult track, and unless you've got a lot of experience, but he was actually very professional, more professional than I thought he'd be, because they have to be mentally really switched on to cope with the climb, the hill, and on that quick ground you can't come down the hill too fast, but he did very, very well.
So he's owned by Abdulaziz and Ibrahim.
Ibrahim, your friends from Masar, they bought him last year when they were on the course, and they bought him at Tattersalls, and you know, they have a real passion for the industry, and unfortunately they couldn't be at the races to see him run, but they watched it on TV. And I think they were very happy with him, and you know,
I gave him a call today morning. He was so happy.
And I've sort of said to them, look, we're going to win with this horse. So it might take another couple of races, but we will.
So do you think I should do the same?
Yes, definitely. In fact, we'll find you a very, very nice horse.
Like, how much is the budget?
The budget is $1 million.
No, without just remove a zero, I'm going to be okay with it.
Would you be inspired maybe by Simon and have a go at training one day, do you think?
Well, I'd love to train horses actually, and that's why I'm here to learn more about the training horses in this industry, flat races and thoroughbreds. But I'm planning on finishing my education, study and get my degree. And after getting my degree, I'd like to work on training in Dubai or starting in the Newmarket, because I guess Newmarket is the place where the beginning is to train horses. So maybe first of all, let's buy a horse, be an owner, and then work as a trainer.
Encouraging more young people to become involved in racing is a hot topic at the moment, and Simon regards this as one of the major positives of the Masar programme.
I think it's absolutely essential, and the awareness that people can develop about horse racing, and you know, it's all about diversity within horse racing, and as I say, the initiative is very strong for that reason, and people can not only learn so much about the industry, they can also support the industry in so many ways, and it's very good to give them a chance to show their skill sets within our business, because they are the future.
Next time, the trainees return to the British Racing School to try and achieve their big aim, galloping on the straight track.
Well, we've been waiting for this day for about 3 months or even more. So yeah, it's all kind of exciting.